Good morning, y'all. Welcome to another new day. I'm waking up looking oh so cute. Y'all, I have been breaking out underneath the masks like crazy, so just pardon the face. But I wanted to say good morning. I wanted to say that I was going to take you along with me today and show you everything that I eat, drink, vitamins, all of that jazz. So, this morning, I got up, I made a cup of coffee, I had one sip, and like, I just couldn't drink it. I don't know what it was. Like, it was one of my favorites. Had to pour it out. So, after that, I went ahead and just drank a whole Zip Fizz. Then I remembered that I was recording today, so I did drink an entire Zip Fizz, and now let me show you what I'm gonna have for breakfast, or for my first meal of the day. It's 11:30. As often is the case, I'm sitting in my room editing. This is 2 eggs with cheese, and I put them on one of those Trader Joe's little gluten-free crisps that are also very low carb. So that is what I'm going to have right now while I sit here and do some work. My son is asleep on the couch, so I'm just kind of hanging out in my bedroom and doing some work. I literally made this in the microwave. It's 2 eggs with a tiny bit of water, some cheese. Microwaved it so that I didn't bother anybody too much since Jack's asleep, and just threw it on these crisp breads. We are in the kitchen. No, clearly this is not my kitchen. This is my bathroom. Okay, so we've got our daily meds, so I'm gonna go ahead and pop those, and then over here is where I keep my vitamins that are already set out and ready for me. So this is like a magnetic container, but I can take it with me. Usually what I do is I leave it right here on my sink, and every time I come in to go to the bathroom, I pop a few more because I just can't take all of these at one time. I just can't. It makes me feel uber full. This side is my grass-fed beef liver pills. I take 6 of these a day, and then those are the hardest for me because there's 6 of them. And then on this side is the white pills are my magnesium, the red pills are Smarter Curcumin, that little one is my fish oil, and then the kind of tan one is my apple cider vinegar pill. So typically in the morning, I take the magnesium and the apple cider vinegar, and then I go ahead and take my daily prescription meds that I absolutely have to have. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. I don't know if I've shown you what deodorant I use either. I don't know if anybody cares, but I'm only sharing it because I'm obsessed. Been using this for like 2 years. I'm freaking obsessed. It's called Carb deodorant. It's made with coconut oil, and it smells like the beach, y'all. It's like a roller ball, kind of. Well, it's not a roller ball. It's just like shaped like that. And then you can move it up that way. And it smells so good. It works so well. If I'm gonna be somewhere that is like 500 degrees outside in the heat all day long, I still feel like this works really well for me. I do also have a backup of this Dove Dry Invisible that I'll use sometimes if we're gonna be out all day long in 100-degree heat. I'll use this one, but sometimes I forget and use this one. And the only difference is this one does not prevent you from kind of sweating some. It totally takes care of the odor. This one definitely prevents from the sweating, but it has more chemicals in it that I don't love. So I try and stick with the Carb. I don't know, do y'all have like a favorite deodorant that you're just like obsessed with? I love how this makes me smell. I am not a fragrance girl. I do not wear perfumes. I don't usually wear lotions that have any type of scent, but for some reason this scent just makes me happy. Okay, so there's what I ate at breakfast. I literally, you can't see it under there. There we go. I ate that much of the first one, and then this one I did not. It's just like, that's not a bite. It fell out, and that's how much I have left. So wanted to make sure that I'm showing you the before and after of what I'm eating, because some people have commented that I show what I put on my plate but don't show if I finish it. So 2 eggs was pretty ambitious for me. Solid protein is tough for me, so I would say I got in about 1.5 eggs. All right, y'all, I know I just told you I don't usually do fragrance. I don't usually do I can't say that word, fragrances. But I have one, like certain scents I can handle, like the beach scent of that deodorant, and then fall scents like cinnamon. This stuff right here, hemp's lotion, is great in general, but this pumpkin spice one, oh my God, y'all, I love it. I found it at the place where I get my nails done, and they sold me a bottle, and I'm obsessed with this stuff, y'all. If you can find it and you like fall smells, oh my gosh. It doesn't smell like pumpkin pie. It smells like fall. It's called pumpkin spice and vanilla chai. It's more the chai smell, I think, that you get, but oh my gosh. Okay, y'all. I just started a new devotion book. I have actually read this probably at least twice. Anne Voskamp is probably my favorite author in the like Christian realm by far. Like, she has books on tape. She writes books. She doesn't have a whole lot of books out. This is her second book, I believe. She has a Christmas book that goes over like the days leading up to Christmas. That's awesome for devotionals at that time of year. And then she has one other book that's called, what is it called? I need to tell you because it was my favorite book I've ever read, and I'm totally blanking. Okay, there it is. These are all the books she's written, but this one, 1,000 Gifts, A Dare to Live Fully Right Where You Are, that was like a life-changing book, y'all. It's all about gratitude in the here and now. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. She's flipping amazing. Her writing style is amazing. The things she say just hit home like crazy. So I'm going to start going through this fall. That is my plan. So I'm going to sit here and read this for a little bit. Okay, y'all, I just have to read you like the first couple paragraphs of this book because it gets me every time. If you have suffered mental health issues, even if you haven't, this is an amazing book. But if you have, like, I feel like I could have written this first page. Okay. And I was planning to talk to y'all more about where I am mentally. And this book just reminds me that, yeah, we need to have a sit-down chat and be real, because I always promise to be real with y'all, right? Okay, I'm going to flip you around and I'm going to read this. What to do with your one broken heart. The day I cut open the inner softness of my arms with a shard of glass, the whole thick weight of hell's pressing against my chest. And I had stood out on the porch, all of 16, and let go of those glass jars, dozens of them. I stood with broken glass shattered around my feet. No one could tell me how to get the dark, the fear, the ache, the hell out of me. No one could tell me how to find the place where you always are safe and secure and held. Kneeling, I picked up one of the shards, and I dragged that sharp edge across my skin, revealing the red line slowly seeping up, like you could drain yourself out of the pain. I tried to cut my way through the hurt down to the core of things. Who doesn't know what it's like to smile thinly and say you're fine when you're not, when you're almost faint with pain? There isn't one of us not bearing the wounds from our own bloody battles. There isn't one of us who isn't cut right from the beginning. All of us get pushed from the safe womb out into this holy mess. All of us need something to catch us and hold us right from the beginning. And for one sacred moment, every single one of us is cupped. And then they cut that thick umbilical cord, and you spend your lifetime feeling pushed out, cut off, abandoned, inexplicably alone. Oh my gosh, y'all. Her writing is freaking amazing. But then she goes on to share so much info. She shares so much stuff that helped me heal. And it's probably been a few years since I read this, and I feel like it's time. I'm one of those girls that have cuts all in my wrists. I do. I don't know if I've ever shared that with y'all, but I am one of those girls that tried to cut to feel something, to not feel numb. I haven't cut in a very, very long time. My mental stability is way better, but these last couple months I've really struggled again, not with cutting, not with anything like that, but with my depression and my anxiety. It's been through the roof. I've been really, really struggling, and I know there's those of you out there that are struggling too, because every time I talk about this, even a tiny bit, I get so many messages that just like get flooded with messages of people who get it, people who needed to hear someone talk about it, people that needed the reminder that we are worthy, that we need to love ourselves first, that self-love is super important, that we need to work on these things. And that is a message that if I can only reach one person with, I'm gonna keep preaching it. I'm gonna keep preaching it. So I'm gonna sit here and read this and let it sink in and let it help me, because I have to tell you, I've been really, really struggling. I do something, I don't know if anybody else does this, but I do this thing where if I reach a breakthrough or I do something amazing, which for me was just a couple of videos back, I did this swimsuit try on and I had this breakthrough about self-love and body positivity, and even though it was one of the scariest videos I've ever put out, it was something I felt I had to do because of that breakthrough. And then the next day, self-sabotage kicked in. That's how I am. I'm very roller coastery. I know all the right things to say. I'm an amazing coach. I've coached many people through health journeys and mental stuff as well. It kind of just goes hand in hand, you know, and I know what to say. I'm an amazing coach, but then sometimes I don't take care of myself. I don't save myself. I hit these huge breakthroughs. I learn these amazing things about me, and then I freaking self-sabotage. For me, what that looked like was not eating things that I shouldn't, just stuffing my mouth until I was sick. Stuff I didn't even really like. One of my major goals this month was to start weight loss again. So instead, I did the exact opposite and did not take care of my body. Didn't take my pills that day. Didn't take my vitamins that day, all of which I really need. Didn't have my Zip Fizz. When I don't have my electrolytes, I get sick. I have some health issues. So I just really totally did not take care of myself. So today I'm starting over. I'm filming so that I can keep myself held reliable, accountable, and so that I'm being real with y'all about what's going on. I feel like there's so many keto YouTubers out there that are perfect. They're just perfect. And I am so proud of all my other YouTube keto friends. I think they're killing it out there. People are doing amazing, but sometimes I feel like I can't add up, that I'm not good enough, because I'm not perfect and I mess up and I don't always eat the perfect thing. I can't do a 30-day challenge and kill it, never mess up at all. And I feel like a lot of people out there are doing that, and that's amazing for them. And I would love to be that, but I can't diminish me. I can't let that diminish who I am, right? Don't let it diminish who you are, watching people that seem perfect, or even watching me if you think that I have it all together. I try to be completely real, and I don't think anybody thinks I have it all together. But if you do, remember, you're only seeing snippets. We're only seeing snippets of people's lives, right? So you have what it takes. You are worthy. You are beautiful inside and out. You are enough. Hear that from me, okay? All right, I'm going to go back to reading my devotional, and I'll catch up with y'all again when I eat something. Alright, I ended up going ahead and putting a little makeup on just to make myself feel a little bit better today, and I decided I am going to go run some errands. I have a lot of returns to do, and my wallet could definitely use the money back because I went a little crazy last month. I had told y'all in September I'm going to really work on only spending on necessities, so if I don't need it, I can't buy it. That's my plan for September. I really struggle with spending on stuff that I don't necessarily need, and August was rough as far as finances because I went a little crazy. So I decided I am going to go ahead and spend this afternoon returning some stuff because I have the pocket of time to do it. So before I do that, got my makeup on, and I'm going to have a protein shake. Iconic Protein is my favorite pre-mixed shakes, and I have the time to make a shake in the blender right now, but my son is asleep on the couch still at 1:30 in the afternoon. So I woke up about 2:30 last night, and he and his friend were still out there on the couch watching movies. So that's probably why, but he's still there, and I don't want to wake him up. It's Sunday, let the boy sleep. So I'm going to have a pre-made one, Iconic Protein. This is grass-fed, really good, clean ingredients. Probably the cleanest pre-made shake I've ever found. So gonna sip on this and work on some more editing, and then get headed out to do these returns. I got all dressed, getting ready to run out and do some errands because I really had some stuff I needed to return. Asked Caroline if she wanted to go with me. Y'all, Caroline got exposed to COVID. Like direct exposure at work. She has not had any symptoms yet, but we don't have her results back. So obviously I can't leave the house because if she has it, I could have been exposed to her. So we're definitely praying that she doesn't. I don't think she's going to. No symptoms so far, but I'm definitely not going to the mall and running errands and exposing people if I've been exposed. So I guess I'll just sit here and edit. I have a lot of editing to do anyways, so that's what today's gonna look like. I just finished my protein shake and I'm starting in on a second Zip Fizz. All right, so I did end up leaving the house because we needed to go get this COVID test. So at CVS, apparently you can like just do it through the drive-up pharmacy. So like, I guess they send out the thing for you to do your test yourself. So they didn't feel comfortable doing it themselves, so I'll do the test. I'm a nurse, I can do it. So we'll do that, we'll pass it back, and then hopefully within a couple days we'll know. And until then, we'll kind of just have to hang out at the house. I find it super interesting that you can do these COVID tests like literally in the drive up. Like here we are, CVS, they're just gonna hand it to us and we do it ourselves. Yes. How weird is that? All right, we did it. I think that would be really hard to do to yourself. I'm glad I came so I could do it for him. Like, you have to stick it up your nose, you know, a little bit, swirl it 3 times and hold it for 15 seconds, and then do the other one while trying to breathe and all of that. So that was interesting, yeah, and not have a panic attack. That was super interesting. I'm hoping that it's negative and that Caroline's is negative and that I don't have to come do one personally, that I'm not doing it until we see what theirs is, because there's really no point, because I wasn't the one exposed, but I've been exposed to them, if that makes sense. So we are nice and sequestered in our house for the next little bit, but we have plenty of food and plenty of whatever, so we'll just be hanging until we get our results. We decided we deserve Starbucks after that ordeal, right? Right? Oh yeah. Are you okay with being in it or no?
Yeah, I'm good with it.
Okay, yeah, we decided we definitely deserve Starbucks, so.
How about it?
Here we go.
Hey,
good.
Alright, here is that first one for you.
Alright, thank you. Thank you so much.
You guys have a good day.
You too. Alright, y'all, this is what I get. It is I gotta pull up for the people behind me, hold on. This is a pumpkin spice cold brew, but pumpkin spice cold brew comes with 4 pumps of regular vanilla syrup. So I replaced those pumps, and when you replace those pumps, then all you have left is 8 carbs. Now 8 carbs is way too much for a drink, but it's fall. I mean, y'all, look what I'm wearing. Fall. And I'm basic that way, and during this season, the only season of all of the seasons, I absolutely just have to do it. So yeah, cheers. Fun laundry days. Fun, fun, fun. All right, laundry time. I gotta figure out what needs to hang and what needs to go in. There it is, Hazel baby. How are you today, baby girl? All right, we got home and I'm really trying to focus on protein today. So I put a scoop of my protein powder in what I had left in my coffee, and I'm probably gonna add a little bit more coffee. So this is the one that I like to use, the Quip Prime Protein, because there's no whey or anything. It's just beef protein. But it doesn't taste like that. It just tastes like vanilla. So good, y'all. So I've got it all stirred up here, and it's kind of thick because there's not that much left down there. So I'm gonna add some Stoke. Oh, somebody's been drinking this. I'm just gonna get it all mixed in, and that'll give me another 20 grams of protein. Because I have really neglected my protein the last few days, y'all, and I can't let that happen. All right, 4 o'clock, just finished up that shake, so got 20 more grams of protein. I will take it. I'm gonna get back to editing. I've got a bunch of work I need to do, and then we'll make dinner in a little while. We're gonna make some, we're gonna make some Parmesan crusted sea bass, so I'm looking forward to that. I've been craving fish for a few days now. It's about 5:30, still sitting here editing. I just finished another big thing of water. This is just water, plain water. And I am going to take my CBD oil. I have been forgetting sometimes, and it really, really helps me. So, yeah, still sitting in my bed, sitting here editing, and then I thought of it. I keep it right beside my bed so that I'll remember. This is Trim Healthy Mama Heavy Hitter Full Spectrum. So I like this one a lot. Y'all, if you follow me, you know I use a lot of Trim Healthy Mama products. I really trust their sourcing and everything, and it's really, really good stuff. This one is a strength of 3,000 milligrams, so 100 milligrams per milliliter, and I take about a milliliter once a day. And when I'm in super high anxiety mode or something, I'll take it twice a day. Or if I'm like having like something happening and the anxiety is high, I'll go ahead and take another dose of this. I really do feel like it helps. I feel like CBD oil helps way more if I keep a baseline amount in. Like if I take the X amount once a day, always, I stay better. It helps more with all the little things CBD oil can help with, right? Quality sleep, anxiety, feelings of anxiousness, you know, there's just a lot of things CBD oil helps, right? It can even help with like aches and pains and that kind of stuff. I feel like keeping a baseline really makes a difference. So I do that, but I do take an extra dose sometimes. And if I'm having a really hard season in life, I'll do a morning dose and an evening dose. And I've really gotten away from it, and I feel like I need it. So I'm gonna take my dose of this. It tastes grassy. It tastes very like hemp. I mean, it is a strong amount, but this is the amount that works for me. I always say try a smaller amount first and build up till you see what amount you need, because you may be able to get by with a much smaller dose. Everybody's different, but for me, 100 milligrams a day as a baseline is a pretty good baseline for me. All right, back to editing. I'm gonna down this. Also, when you do CBD oil, you always want to put it under your tongue and hold it for as long as you can, like up to a minute if you can, because when it absorbs sublingually, that's how it absorbs best. You can swallow it, but it absorbs best sublingually, which means under your tongue. So after that minute, then you swallow it. Truthfully, while it's sitting under my tongue, I don't taste it at all, because my taste buds aren't underneath my tongue, they're above it, right? So I make sure I put it directly under my tongue. And then when the 60 seconds is over and I swallow it, that's when I taste it. So I always have water right beside me. It's not nasty, but I mean, it's hempy, it's grassy, it's, you know, it's pure, strong stuff. And this one is in MCT oil, which is another thing I like, that they keep it in a good, healthy oil. I know I sound like a broken record, but as I sit here editing, it's 6 o'clock, my fish is still semi-frozen, so I grabbed some of these Parmesan cheese whiffs. I love these. They're just full of protein and they're super tasty, so I'm gonna have some of those while I keep working. All right, it's about 6:30. I'm gonna make dinner. This is what I'm gonna make. This is an all-natural barramundi, a sustainable sea bass. I've had this before. Get it at Costco. It is delicious. So here is dinner tonight. We've got the fish that is so good. I've already tasted it, the lemon, and then a little bit of broccoli, and then the family also has rice, but I'm not gonna have any of the rice, obviously. Oh my gosh, y'all. This fish, this may be one of the best fish dishes I've ever made. It was so easy. Usually I do like white wine sauces and stuff. This was literally mayonnaise, seasoning, and fried it. I'm kind of shook. It's like delicious. So this is what I had left. I had about 3 big pieces of broccoli and I ate 3/4 of the fish and I got full. I'm really trying to focus on protein, so I wanted to eat the fish and then the broccoli, but I did have a little bit of the broccoli as well. This was, I don't know y'all, one of the best fish I've ever made. I'm not sure what I did differently, but it was so good. All right, y'all, so that fish was freaking delicious and I am done eating for the night. It is now 8 o'clock. I am planning to try and drink 1 more water before I go to bed. I probably won't go to bed until probably around 11. And I'm going to try very, very, very hard between now and then to have nothing but drinks Nothing but water probably, and no food or snacks or anything like that. I'm cutting myself off. Hold me to it. Hold me to it. Did you hold me to it? I guess we'll find out tomorrow. All right, good night, y'all.